Welcome to our channel, your source for unedited political speeches, interviews, and statements from across the political spectrum. No filters, no commentary, just what was actually said. Subscribe now to stay informed, directly from the source.
Look, I understand that Keir Starmer is thinking about putting youth mobility on the table in his European Union negotiation. But the question I've got is, he managed to agree a tariff deal with America without putting youth mobility on the table, so I'm not quite sure why he's considering it with the European Union. And I'm also concerned that tens of millions of people could be eligible. And it's also the case, I think there are some European countries who grant citizenship to illegal immigrants just 3 years after giving them asylum, so that is a concern as well. Look, these negotiations on topics like fish as well need to be handled very carefully, as I think Andrew Bowie might tell us.
So the thing about ETS alignment is basically that we become a price taker. The EU will set the carbon price to the UK, which will mean it will be more expensive to manufacture goods here in Britain. And by the way, it's already darn expensive. It's more expensive to make things in Britain than it ever has been at any other point. And ETS alignment will just make that even worse. When it comes to fisheries, the problem that we have is that we've got, as an island nation, a 0 to 12 mile exclusive economic area at sea. And why would we want to allow European nations to send their fishing boats into British waters to take British fish? Also, we should have annual negotiations. We should be able to discuss every year what the quotas and the limits are going to be in terms of what we're allowed to take out to the waters. It's good enough for Norway, it's good enough for the UK, but none of this matters a jot until we talk about the money that we're going to have to pay.
Hi, come on in. So with this deal with the EU, there are three things that matter. One is that we avoid what's called dynamic alignment, which will make it more difficult to conclude further free trade deals with countries around the world. The second thing is we don't want to be sending loads of money to the EU. That's one of the reasons why we left. And the third thing is what we do want is greater access for our services, particularly financial services and our legal services. So that's something to look out for. But look, there's something else that matters. What does this deal, or what will this deal mean for our defence? And for that, you need to go and speak to James.
We do a huge amount to support defence in Europe, and to me, the idea that when there is a European defence fund including other non-EU countries, that Britain should have to somehow give up fishing rights or something else in order to be part of that is extraordinary.
You've just heard James talk about security and defence. NATO, that Euro-Atlantic partnership, is the greatest partnership that our country has. It's not only on security and defence, it's on fishing, it's on our money, it's on our sovereignty. And that's the point. Labour are surrendering to the EU all over again.
We want a great relationship with the EU. They are our closest neighbours, and we have spent years now resetting and renegotiating. We are out of the EU. The country sent us a message, and that was that everything we do must work in British national interest. We must not lose our sovereignty. That is why we set those 5 tests for Keir Starmer. If he does anything that reverses the progress that we've made, then we will reverse the deal that he brings back from the EU.
Saw? Then hit like, share, and subscribe. We've got new political content coming your way every week. Raw, real, and relevant. Don't just follow the news, understand it. See you in the next video.